Hi, this is Stephanie Power here, and welcome to my YouTube channel once again. I've just, prior to this, was having a bit of a meditate with my selenite crystal here, and a couple of smaller stones of tiger's eye. And I was actually getting myself into a really nice place so that I could have a talk with you today. And the topic that was coming up for me was about truth and about honesty. Mainly, truth, which is truth. And this is a really important and close to my heart topic, because more and more I'm trying to live my life from this truth that is at my very core, and it's not always easy. Things happen along the way, and sometimes it's hard to be in truth. And so, once again, we can use our tools, our energy tools, to help us move through when sometimes we get stuck a little bit. So here I was doing my meditation, doing some breathing, doing a bit of chanting and getting in a nice place. And someone turns up and I go to say hello before I make my video, and they're in their stuff and they're ready to take out their anger on anybody who's present, which happened to be me at the time. And so now there's a little bit of that with me as I'm here with you, and this could happen to you. I'm sure in your life you have moments where you're confronted with someone who's in their anger and you're in a good place, and it's like, oh, what's going on? This is hanging here now and preventing me from fully being totally present in a good place. So what to do with that? So what I can do with my EFT tools is I check in and I say, on a scale of 1 is to 10, how much has this affected me? How much upsetness or intrepidation or whatever, how much have I been affected or influenced, or let this influence or affect me? So I'll check into that. Okay, well, it's not so bad. As you can probably tell from doing my meditation, I'm still in a marginally good place. It's only a 5, so it's not a high one. But still, I'd like to be back down to a 1 in a really good place. So part of the reason why it is just a 5 is I've just said, well, it's their stuff. I know it's not anything to do with me personally. It's just that I happened to be there at the time. So I've got a 5 and I check in, what's this 5? Why is there something there? And I'm hearing from my body that, well, it's just got an old habit of you can't let things go. It gets stuck in stuff sometimes. And it gets stuck in other people's stuff sometimes, especially when it's a family member or someone close to you. So let's see what I can do about that. So first of all, I go to my karate chop point, which is from there into there on my hand. I've got my selfie stick in my other hand, so hopefully I'll still be able to do this. So I'm going to first of all tap on my karate chop point, and it's going to be interesting because I'm sure the selfie stick's moving as I do this. Anyway, and I'm going to say, even though there's still a part of the energy of anger that they had just hanging around within my system, my body, somehow, my spirit. I still completely love and accept myself, and I choose to know that it's just an old habit and it's not mine really. Sometimes I just take these things on. It's just an old habit, so I'm tapping through the points now. Just an old habit I have. Just an old habit I have of taking on other people's stuff. And I just tap through the points. This will be interesting with this selfie stick. Let's see if I can do it. I'm going to try now and tap on my underarm point. I did it, yay! And then I hold my wrist, peace. I take a big deep breath in and let it out. And I check in on a scale of 1:10, once again. How much residual anger from this person am I still holding on to? And amazingly, it's down to a 2 now, so I'm really happy about that. So 2 is still something. I would like to get it down to 0 if I can. So once again, I'm going to tap on my karate chop point if I can with this selfie stick. This is a new challenge I've created for myself. I'm really going to have to get that tripod soon, I can tell. So I'm tapping on my karate chop point now, and I'm saying the following words. I'm stating the problem. That's what you do on the karate chop point. So what's left here? Even though I've still got this anger, and it's just from this other person that's I'm holding on to, I completely love and accept myself, and I choose to know that I don't have to hold on to other people's stuff anymore, and I don't have to take it on. I can choose to just allow them to keep it, and it's none of my business. Cool, so I'm going to tap through the points, the centre of the head, top of the head, inner eye, choosing to let go, choosing to let it go, choosing to let this go, choosing to let this go and be me in this now. Choosing to let this go, choosing to let this other person have their own stuff. And peace. Holding my wrist, peace. Peace with myself, peace with this other person, peace with this old habit of taking things on. So big breath in and let it out. Okay, so checking in once again. How much residual anger is there from my being around someone who's got anger and they were projecting it at me? Let's check in. It's a 1, yay! That's much better. So I can get back to talking with you guys now that I'm much more here and not distracted by other people's energy and other people's issues and all of those old patterns that sometimes like to take over what we're trying to do or what we're trying to achieve. And really, basically what I want to achieve here today is to connect in with you guys from my truth and to say something important that's needed to be said or to be shared with you. So it looks like it was important that I shared with you today how easy it is to use the tools of emotional freedom tapping, or the emotional freedom technique, I should say. How easy it is to just use them in your everyday life when you wish to not be stuck in the energy of someone else's anger or whatever they have. You don't have to keep it. You can just let it go and move on to the next. And that's what I've done here today, and I'm glad I got to the next, because it's really nice to be able to hang out with you from a place of clarity and just being here really with you now in this moment. So thank you for listening and watching, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now. Hope you've enjoyed this.